Hey there, Boots Owen here. I've got a Samsung digital inverter Ecobubble 9 kilo washing machine in front of me. And apart from this, it seems okay. I got it from a neighbour about a mile up the road. Knocked on the door, he had it left outside and asked him if I could have it. And he said, "No worries, bud, it's pretty much new, but it leaks." WW90K6414QX. And it's got an inverter, so it's a 3-phase motor, 3 wires going down there, in a French theme today, or well, you could say it's a union theme, but I would go with French. That's the way it is. Motor looks clean. There's water or scum down on the bottom there, so I don't know where that's come from, but maybe the front. Everything looks fairly clean. I'm not a huge fan of these LG and Samsungs, but that's neither here nor there really. Looking in here, I haven't seen this before. It's a plastic pulley, I've seen that, but I haven't seen an aluminium casting molded into the plastic. So the bearing housing, well, normally you see it, you just don't see it as big actually. That's normally it's a bit smaller, so it's got this bigger aluminium housing in there. Okay, splittable tub, which is kind of good. You don't often see that nowadays, so that's a good thing for doing bearings and whatnot. And also has this hanging hook on top, which I guess is a factory production thing. Inside it's pretty clean. Very small ballast here, but a big ring ballast on the front, plastic filled with concrete. Some electronics, huge metal mains suppressor on the front there, on the back. I'm sure it has a PCB here. It looks like they've put the inverter PCB in behind the front. Just looking at that enormous heatsink. And again, it's a jelly potted board. I can feel that with my finger in there. It's potted in jelly, the same as LG's, which means it's very hard to fix them. I guess you could, but very difficult. Bit grim in there. And in here, this is the issue now. This one has a thing called AdWash or some other, branded name, where it has this little door up on top, which means that you can put in a sock, or if you could roll up a pair of jeans, you might be able to post them in there. Once the door is locked, once the cycle has started and you've forgotten that one sock, you can put it in there. But what seems to have happened over on this side is the plastic in here has cracked. Now how that would happen, I really don't know. You could use it as a doorstep maybe or something when it was closed and snap it. So that's all cracked. Water gets in there in the wash, then it trickles down here into that glass, and then out here, but it's also gone in between the door and the fascia. So I wonder if it would be possible to open the door up and replace this glass with a plain one, to remove the AdWash thing, because that is nonsense really, or just gum it up with silicone. You could take it apart and weld it. It's getting a bit tricky. I think this snaps together. I don't see any way to get that apart. Just haven't had a quick glance at it. I don't see any way, but so that's rotted the metal here, chromed. What would that be? Some kind of aluminium maybe, or something, some kind of an alloy. So that's gone a bit grim. He told me it was a warranty replacement, so he didn't care. He didn't care at all what was going on with it. He just was putting it out. It's cracked. It's cracked. No, it's not cracked. I don't know what that is. Is it cracked? It looks, yeah, it is cracked there too. How it's so sludgy and whatnot, I really don't know. I'd kind of like to take the door apart to see how it failed. Not sure what else to do other than give it a test wash and just see if it does leak or something. I've got some rags I could wash. I could put it on out here today and let it rinse away to its heart's content. I think a new 9 kilo machine is probably more environmentally sound than the other machines I have. Is it really that big inside? Let's have a look again. I don't think this is really leaking, and that's really clean. Setting aside the suds up on top. 9 kilos? I don't know. That's what they say nowadays. I don't know. 9 kilos. There's a little jet thing there to shoot water into the machine. You might take that door apart. It's got screws hidden behind little plastic covers all the way around. it would be possible to get glass. I've seen you can probably buy the doors as replacements, but I presume if it was a warranty repair, they're not that cheap. But that scrub up. I don't think it has any rust on the body of the machine, other than that stuff beneath on that tray. Now, why people don't clean these things themselves, I don't know. Maybe they did and it just kept leaking every time. Give that a wipe. Let's close that up. And the main door has got somehow something in between it as well. I don't know if you can see that. It's almost like there's soap in between the door and the outer door. What's this? That looks like brown. It's just stale. Brown water tends to be bearings, but not on the front. So it looks like it's gone between the inner and the outer plastic there. That looks like the it looks like that aluminium rust off that hinge. You could clean it up. What's the point? I don't know. So that's a Samsung Ecobubble and how it failed and why it was thrown out. Very strange. Anything to do with getting it running again will be in a separate video. So there you go. Questions or comments about this wasteful society we live in, leave them below. Thanks for watching. See you later.